Hello, this is Dr. Eric Castleberry, Associate Professor and Program Director of Communication, Media, and Ethics at Mid-America Christian University. I'm here with a preview for our fifth guest interviewee in Comp 4603, Creating Social Media Presence and Cultural Movements. We are on a bit of a quick turnaround this week. For that reason, we're going to abbreviate our traditional protocol with this next guest. And so I'm going to provide the simplest of guest interviewee introductions, and you will have an abbreviated task in preparing your weekly questions. So our guest for this week is Matt Boyd Smith. Matt has a pair of degrees emphasizing film studies, right? So first, which is from Emory University, and he followed that up with a PhD in film from Georgia State University. Matt is perhaps what we could call a cinephile. He loves studying media, teaching film theory, film history, media analysis, and all of those things that a great media studies specialist would appreciate. But here is a unique in to the conversation, a way that he's going to lend his expertise to us for this class and our learning purposes. Because we're very much interested in active networking, event planning, organizing, and the general PR business that goes into creating and managing brands in the 21st century. It is quite interesting that Matt has experience working with notable film festivals, all right? And so film festivals we can recognize as one of the ways that the film industry, as an organized body of investors and pro-capital groups, need to get their message out, need to create a buzz, spark a cultural movement, if you will, within the film community, and hopefully the kind of spark that extends beyond the community. So I just want to highlight a few of the film festivals that Matt Boyd Smith has been involved in. Quite exciting early career work here. So the most prominent that comes to mind is the TCM Classic Film Festival. And so for those of you that are cord cutters, never cablers, whatever it may be, TCM is the Turner Classic Movies channel, right? That's right, those old movies that your parents and grandparents love to watch, right? But there is so much rich history involved, and this really is a legacy channel that's been part of the dynasty of cable channels. It's a little bit of a gem in the Turner Media Empire. That is to say, former chairman, founder of so many of these recognizable brands and cable channels, Ted Turner, right? The Turner Empire, which of course merged later on with Time Warner, and so at one point AOL, Time Warner Media. But in any event, the TCM Film Festival draws a ton of attention, and it's not the only way that a cable channel uses spreadable extensions to create longevity in their brand, right? To promote stickiness back to the master text, which would be the channel in this case. All right. So in addition to the TCM Classic Film Festival, he's also worked with the DragonCon Independent Film Festival. That's very interesting. DragonCon, one of the largest conventions that meets each and every year in Atlanta. I've had a previous guest of the class that is an organizer in the anime area of DragonCon. So a nice little through line for us in creating social media presence. But a third area I'm fascinated to learn more about that Mr. or Dr. Boyd Smith has experience with is the Atlanta Jewish Film Festival, right? And it would be fascinating to learn about what kinds of work our guest is involved in. Of course, he's an active academic, but he's one of these new wave academics that's straddling multiple lines, that's embodying the spirit of a spreadable media model of mass communication. And I think that in of itself is an absolute qualifier for coming together with us to discuss their experiences, their passions, projects that they are working on or cultivating, and certainly be able to network in a way that allows our peers to practice and strengthen your strategic interviewing skills. So join me in putting together a collective front of interview questions as we welcome in Dr. Matt Boyd Smith for COM 4603, Creating Social Media Presence and Cultural Movements.